Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Quantum Abundance Show, the interview show which is curated for the entrepreneurs, trainers, and coaches to have an abundance lifestyle by having an abundance mindset. Well, have you ever felt betrayed? Have you ever felt bad that the work you're doing or the job which you are in, you're not satisfied completely with that? Is it difficult for you to negotiate when appraisal time comes in your when there's a chance of job appraisal in your life? Well, all your solutions will be met because today we have the founder of the Career Ownership Hub with us. So let's welcome Purav Bhatt on board. Hey Purav, how you doing?
Hi Arnab, thank you so much for having me here.
Thanks a lot, Purav, for joining the show. And Purav, how have you been? Like, how is your day going?
Going good, Arnab. Since I heard that I would be here with you, I was also looking forward to connect and talk. Right. So the day is going fine as usual.
Superb, superb. Can you tell our viewers something about yourself and your amazing journey?
Sure, Arnab. I am here because of my journey and because of the story, the things that has happened with me. So I have a work experience of 17 years with corporates. I come from a state called Gujarat, a small city in the state of Gujarat called Baroda. And before I go to my corporate journey, I would definitely go back to my past, my childhood days. And before I go there, one more thing. I started reflecting on my journey in 2016. In 2016, I realized that I am running a race, and it's a race to get the best amongst the average. It was at that moment I asked myself why I am doing what I am doing. And I started documenting my journey. I went back to my childhood to see what has happened in my journey and why am I the way I am. And when I started writing, the first incident that came was the most tragic event of my life in 1992 when I lost my parents to a car accident. And since then, Arnab, I have been running the race to prove myself to the world, to prove that I am something. And it was always about others. So I was running to secure good marks. Once I got good marks, I was running to get a good job. As soon as I got a good job, the race continued for increments, promotions, and positions. After the first 10 years of my life, I realized that I have been running and I was working with one of the largest engineering multinational, Siemens Energy. So 17 years with Siemens Energy, and 2016 I realized that something is missing. I need to step out of this race, else I would stay an average. So since then I started making a lot of efforts for myself, my personal growth. And after 5 years, from 2016 to 2022, I did a lot of hard work on myself. I was still part of the corporate. But with all the actions that I took, I was able to grow very fast in the last 5 years. And then I could get the courage to step out of my journey and start Career Ownership Hub. The reason of starting Career Ownership Hub was also the journey that I traveled from 16 to 22. As a mid-career professional, as I said, I was running the race of an average. I was in my comfort zone. And I realized that I could do much more. When I did this for myself, I felt that why not help others? Because as I look around, majority of the professionals are deep into this race. So the purpose of starting Career Ownership Hub is to help professionals take control over their journey. I don't want them to quit the journey. What I mean is 9 to 5 is okay, but Do it in your way. Don't surrender to the situations. So that is what is my journey. 17 years in the corporate world, and then I started as an entrepreneur. Over to
That's
you,
really
Arnab.
That's really an inspiring story, Purav, because we all have our own good times and bad times, right? So in our bad times only, what happens most of the time, we might feel alone in our journey, right? Like most of the career professionals, I'll see, starting from a fresher who is just passing from the college, doesn't know that the industry demands something else, because he or she is not aware of it during the placements, and how the colleges robs the students. Okay, basically I feel that they rob the students by a lot of means fees and all these things they have to give, and they do that, and in the end there is no end product, there is no result to it. As you correctly said that in the last 5 years you took that big step, and that is why you are helping, you are with the purpose to help all the career professionals take their next big step, right? So, can you tell us that while identifying the passion of means people don't follow their passion; they follow the trends of different industries, and they go towards that. Can you please explain and elaborate on this? That means why does this thing happen and how to overcome it?
Very right question, Arnab. And I also have made a long video on these trends. Okay. Uh, we follow. We have been programmed to follow since childhood. And when we follow, we stop using our brains. The fact is that we are the most powerful creatures on the earth. And we are powerful just because of our brain. And the bitter truth is that we have stopped using the most powerful organ of our body. We get carried away by trends because we are programmed to get results fast. We always think short term and hence we act short term. So when trends are there, people just get on to that trend. And by the time they realize that trends are short term, there is already a new trend. So this trend journey goes on, but what they achieve with the trends is the crowd. The results that a crowd gets are always an average. So what I always feel now is have a strategy rather than putting your goals based on trends. Have your goals based on a strategy if you want to go long term. And this I was able to curate when I saw a large part of the professionals. Whenever I talk to them, Purav, I want to get into data science. I said, why? That is what is ongoing. I said, okay, what is your qualification, what is your experience, what experience do you have in data science? He said, I have no experience, but I want to get there because that's where the money is. You know what? You cannot become an expert at a skill in 2 years. And when you take such trend based decision, you are working as a mid level expert, not as an expert, because experts are already there. So the biggest risk with going trend based is you always keep serving others, because by the time you master the skill, the trend changes. So the biggest risk, as you asked Arnab, is that if you go with the trend, you are preparing to stay in the as a team member. You can never become a team leader, or you cannot get into a leadership role because you cannot master the skill. So stop working trend based if you want to quit the race. If you are working on trends, you are running the race forever. So I hope, Arnab, that answers your question on the risk of going with trends. Did I lose you, Arnab? Hi guys, I think Arnab is facing some issue with the network. I am sure he'll be back very soon. So till the time he is back, okay, I can continue with some other topic. If you have any questions, if you are watching this live, put questions in the chat so that I can answer your questions. And let's hang on for a while till I get Arnab back on the show. Or while he comes back, okay, let me continue with what I have to share with all of you. If you are watching this as a mid-career professional, I was talking about trend-based goals and strategy-based goals. As I said, trends are always short term. And why do we set trend-based goals is that we are programmed to get quick results. And because we want results faster, you keep running the race. You just keep taking actions. You never take a pause. And I have Arnab on the call. Hey, Arnab. No problem. No worries. It's going live, and I thought while you come back, I can carry on. Or you tell me what you want to do. Don't worry. No problem. No problem. Come back, and I'll take care of the audience till then. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So Arnab is having some issue with the technology, so he'll be back soon. But yes, coming back to your goal setting, trend based and strategy based. So as I said, when you base your goal on trends, you have to keep running because the trends keep on changing, and you cannot master the trend by the time it changes. So you can never become a master of that particular skill, and if you are not a master, you cannot lead a team. You just keep running the race. Trends might give you quick results, but for that, you have to set always short term goals. And there is always a risk, there is always an uncertainty. You have to keep taking actions. You cannot sit back, think, and take more productive steps. And that is a risk of going trend based. So I always tell all my mentees, do not have the fear of missing out. Why people run after trends is that people have the fear of missing out. The crowd is going somewhere, the crowd is running after the trends, and you feel that if you do not hang on with the crowd, you might lose the opportunity which the crowd will get. But the fact is, when a crowd is running after the same opportunity, they are all going to get a piece of that opportunity. Average. It's a game of average. If you go with the crowd, you always get average results. The risk with the crowd is higher. Higher enough. Welcome back.
Hi. So sorry, there was a big glitch that happened out here, and that's the reason. Yeah, thank you, Purav, for means sharing all your expertise with our audience, so that they remain means engaged with this. Well, Purav, as you were telling at that point of time that passion, like people should actually follow their passion, not the trends that's on the market, right?
Yes. I talked about trends, Arnab.
Mhm.
Coming to passion. So if you allow me 2 more minutes, I'll talk about passion
Sure.
also. You know what? Going after your passion is very tough. The only reason it is tough is that, again, everything is going back to the programming. The end goal or the target that majority of the people has is money. Everybody is running only after money. Don't feel bad, but that is the reality. And if you follow your passion, then you have to put passion first and money second. And nobody is ready to put money second. Money is always first. And that's why finding the passion and following the passion is difficult. People are afraid because in short term, a passion cannot help you make money. Passion helps you make a lot of money, but in the long run. And that's why finding passion is also difficult, and following the passion is all the more difficult. I hope, Arnab, I mean, it's difficult to share everything about how to find passion, but I'm just sharing the bottom line why majority of the people are still in the race.
Right. No, this is very true that passion is means a person who can find his or her own passion, and if they don't follow it, that creates a loop inside them. An open loop is there within them, and which creates more problem. So in the mid career journey, Purav, most of the time you will find that at 30s or means 35s or 40s, when people goes in their mid level management and all, people tend not to switch to different industries. Okay,
Hmm.
they remain in the same industry and they just strive. Okay, so how, if you have to guide someone to means take a step forward and go into a new industry, then how would you do that?
Good question, Arnab, and this is also very important. If people are watching this show, this is the question which would hit them definitely. We are slaves of threats. If there is a threat, we take actions. Okay. Every time there is a problem, human beings start taking actions. Now, when I talk to a mentee or a professional in their mid career and when they are struggling with their journey, they have got a few options. The first option is to grow within the organization, and the second option is to step out of the organization. Majority of them have given up that they can grow within the organization because they know the culture, they know the environment, and they know the people, and everybody knows them. When it comes to stepping out, they are afraid to enter a new environment. The only one question I ask them first is, how many years are you left with in the professional journey? If the person is, let's say, 35 years old, he still has got 25 years in the professional journey. Even if the person is 45 years old, he or she still has 15 years of professional journey left, considering 60 as the retirement age. My question to them is, will you keep doing what you are doing for the next 15 years? Will you keep struggling like this for the next 15 years? And this is where I am able to trigger the thought of taking a step. Now, this step could be within or this step could be beyond. But with this threat, people start thinking and then we begin the journey.
Right. So it's basically about the strategy by which we actually can make our life better, and the shift depends on the strategy which we make for ourselves. When we count the means time left over in our mid career journey, means in our career, leftover career. So this is an amazing insight, Purav, because I feel that it is more important that most people should understand that we are all born to create something because we are creative beings, and rather than working for someone, people like to have their own share of work and all, but taking this risk is something which takes a lot of courage. And I feel that the mindset plays a major role in this. So if you have to inculcate a mindset, like suppose a person who is afraid of taking risk, a person who has always been looking for validation from others, a person who could never negotiate salary or means their monetary terms with the employer, then how would you help that person in making a laser focused mindset?
Arnab, this is a tough question in terms of giving an answer to a laser focused mindset. Uh, the mindset change is a very long journey. Okay. I know that we do not have the right mindset. We are not in the right frame of mindset. And when I say we, I mean all of us, not only the professionals, all of us. Okay. Coming to specific points about professionals, where the mindset is playing a role and where it is playing a negative role, and how to change. So, we all have been told that our job depends on our qualification. So, if I take my own example, I am a mechanical engineer and I have done my master's in marketing. After completing my master's, I was focusing on two industries. The first is engineering industry because I am a mechanical engineer. And the second is financial institutes because as an MBA I can get into a financial institute also, that is banks. I was not looking beyond these two industries. So the first problem with our mindset is that we have been told if you have a certificate, then you can go as per the certificate. If you don't have a certificate, you cannot get into that stream. So the first mindset that a professional is carrying is that they narrow their opportunities with the piece of paper. And we again lost Arnab. I will continue answering this question. Okay. We narrow our opportunities because of the piece of paper that we have. And even after 5, 10 years of experience, the certificate is still occupying space in our minds. Now there are two things. One is a certificate and one is your work experience. So whatever profile you are working in and whatever certificate you have, you consider two parameters to take your next step. We always think that because I have done this in the past, this is what I can do, or this, not beyond these two things. And that is where mindset is playing a role. It narrows down your thought process. The second thing which happens with the mindset problem is that we have been programmed to think that opportunities are less. The scarcity mindset. And this scarcity mindset is taking away your power to negotiate. This scarcity mindset is asking you to compromise. This scarcity mindset is convincing you for the average results that you are getting. Let me explain it. Why don't we negotiate salary? Because we think that if I negotiate, I will lose the job, and there are very less opportunities outside. So, because of this fear of losing the job, you do not negotiate salary. Because of the fear of losing the opportunity and the assumption that there are no other opportunities outside, you do not negotiate. Arnab, I need 1 more minute to plug in my power cable, if you allow me.
Sure, Purav. There's something
Yeah,
genuinely going
yeah.
wrong today, but I don't know. It's these are all technical glitches. Well, means pardon me for that. For means such connection issues and means technical issues. But
No worries,
I feel that all of our audience would understand this because they're wise enough to if they have to take any steps in their life also, they do know that to a certain extent these things happen. Yeah.
Arnab. The
So
one thing which I have learned in the last few years is that the show must go on,
right, right,
right? We should not stop. And that
right.
is where I mean, we are playing the role of handling the stage.
Adversities. Yeah,
So
yeah,
don't worry about it, right? But I was
right,
answering your question about the mindset.
right,
First mindset that professionals have is the fear mindset and the mindset of scarcity, right? There are no opportunities out,
right.
or if I negotiate my salary, I will lose the job. I might not be considered for the vacancy. And then you think if I lose this opportunity, there are no other opportunities. But before I end this answer about this mindset, let me tell all of the audience we are living in one of the fastest growing economies of the world.
Yes,
And if you cannot get opportunities here, the problem is not in the market, the problem is with us. So think about this. If you cannot grow in this economy, there is something wrong within. Start working on it. Don't look out for problems outside. Over to you, Arnab.
right. Well, this is very important that the mindset means we need to have a very sharp mindset to do something. It's not about what we have been taught, it's basically about being authentic, because most of the time we are taught not to be authentic and more listen to the society and their norms. And there is nothing called the societal norms and everything, because these are all projected by the education sector, and that's why we are conditioned over a period of time to do their own our own stuffs, and have that lack mindset where we feel that we don't have opportunities because we don't create opportunities. So that is one thing which I feel that we all have learned from Purav also, as he correctly said that the mindset needs to be very clear within us. Our goals should be clear, basically, that what we want in life, what we don't want in life, and then we create our own means best. We can make our journey more better like that. So as it goes, Purav, you know that means networking plays one of the most prime role in boosting our career if we have better network. Because I have been also listening to means many people who says that only when you have a good network, then only you will get the job. And this concept basically has came from people from government jobs, like people who are running after government jobs. They say, okay, you have this connection and it will happen. And same has happened in the private sector also. In most industries, we find that if they have someone known in that sector, then only they are going to get the job. So how to basically network with those kind of people who help you to move ahead in life without too much of expectations on the uh, money front, I would say. So can you please elaborate on that?
Before I begin, okay, let me also clarify. Connections and networks are two different things. Okay. When we talk of connections, that I have a connection. I stayed in Delhi. Okay, let me just take some diversion. I was in Delhi for 7 years,
Right.
and the famous dialogue in Delhi was, "तुझे पता है मेरा बाप कौन है?" Sorry to use this language,
No,
but
that's
that is a connection. Okay, when you get a job because someone knows you as a person, and because he or she is your friend, your relative, or somewhere connected to you, that is how you get a job with connection. But when we talk about network is a completely different ball game. Network is not just about job is a very small piece of building a network is a place where you have got number of professionals connected with you, and because of which you feel safe in two aspects. One is obviously, if suddenly you lost your job, can your network help you reach the right person who can take your interview, and can your network refer you. A network cannot help you get a job, but a network can create your positive image, because you have been part of the network, you have been helping your network, and you are getting help from your network. So network, the first thing is, it is a safety net for you. And the second benefit of having a network is, and this I explain to my mentees, okay, if I take this phone in my hand, okay, this is called a smart device. And today I've got a smartphone, I've got a smart watch, I've got a smart TV. Why are these things called smart? Not because they make our life easy. They are called smart because they can connect with each other. And when they connect, they exchange the features. If a phone is connected to the TV, the smart TV, we can operate the TV using the phone to some extent. If the watch is connected to the phone, we can operate the phone with the watch. They exchange features. That is the power of network. When you network, if you have five skills, you can borrow two skills from your network for a while. You did not learn that skill. So if you come across a challenge which you are not able to solve, your network can help you solve it. In my definition, this is a network, Arnav. And a network building begins with giving first. Start helping people, and you will never have to worry about your career. That is my definition of network, Arnab. And today one of the best platforms is LinkedIn. Today it is LinkedIn. In future there could be something else as well.
Right. This is absolutely true that as you correctly said, I really like this word that it is basically the net that will means help you. Okay, if you fall down, that net will help you, and also in solving your problems that can help you. Which is the current scenario for most of the people, because we are seeing that in a very short period of time there are communities which is getting more vibrant in this current era and this current trend. Right. So when it comes to having a specific skill set, like everyone has their own passion, they follow one, they can learn their skill set. As you have explained before, also, skill set is important to all of us. But what happens, sometimes we need a complementary skill set. Suppose if we are learning a little bit of digital marketing, we also need to learn a little bit of means data, how to work with data also, right? Research. Most of the time what we do, due to our own mindset only, we just buy data. Okay, we don't know whether the data is correct or incorrect. We just go on, hop on, see the offer, buy data. So when it comes to research and analysis, if you have to means guide people, guide mid-career professionals, okay, to get the correct data and how to build their own means own image, brand image, okay, how would you help him or her to do that through skill
Yes.
sets? Yeah.
Brand image. Okay. So that is Arnab, that is called a personal brand. Okay.
Yeah,
That
personal
if
brand.
I want to build a brand, how to go about it. So this is also one of the things which I strongly recommend to all my mentees. And trust me, I have a framework to do this. Okay. But before I get into how to build a personal brand, let me tell you why do you need a personal brand. So if you look at products, okay, and I treat products and people as equal. Okay. Products are made for customers, and professionals also have their employers. Employers are your customers because you have to sell yourself to the employer. Now, whenever a company launches a product, okay, it can also have a price. What I mean is that if you are having a coffee in a cup, okay, and if I come and put a Starbucks sticker on the cup, the taste doesn't change, but the value of the coffee increases because of the brand. Now, as a mid career professional, let's say you are having 15 years of experience. All the people around you with 15 years of experience in your same industry will have same skills like you. They will have almost similar achievements, and they will have the similar experience as you are because they are from the same industry. Now, if you are competing just with your skills, with your experience, with your achievements, then you are amongst the crowd. But if you complement this with your personal brand, then you can ask for a higher salary. And what is a brand? How you build a brand is by increasing your visibility in the right target market. So, for that, you have to identify what is your target market. If you are in the automobile industry and you want to stay in the automobile industry, then who are the players where you have to start positioning yourself? That is how you identify your target market. If you want to continue working in the automobile industry, that is your target market. So once you identify your target market, you have to start positioning yourself by messaging, consistent messaging, the way products are doing. So if I tell today, दिमाग की बत्ती जला दे, then you know what I'm talking about.
Right, right,
What is it about you that people remember? That is called a brand. And if you do not have that, then you'll have to struggle to get a best job, because then you'll be having the same weapons. If everybody comes with a machine gun, then you never know who wins the fight. But if somebody also brings a jet fighter plane, then you know the result. That is what a personal brand means for you in the professional journey. So start building your personal brand, or keep fighting the fight to become the best of the average.
right, right. This is amazing, Purav. Well, the way you explain things in a very simplified way, it's really very amazing and intriguing, because see, अगर जैसे आपने बोला ना कि दिमाग की बत्ती जला दे, या means how things are like that, people know. So there has to be that brand value which you wanted to mean, that comes that by seeing this person or by knowing about the person in their mind, they know that what kind of person he is, that keeps you apart, like for our viewers, that keeps you apart from the other people. You're not in the crowd, you stand different from the crowd. And this is really amazing. So when it comes for negotiation of salary, okay, this is one area, negotiation of salary. And during appraisal, most people, most I hope that everyone would agree to this, that most people get frustrated because the employer, sometimes the employer doesn't give their means, there's an assumption what a person keeps in their mind, that okay, the appraisal will be like this, I'll get this amount, and means like this will be the hike we'll get. But they often don't get that thing, or maybe some additional responsibilities are given. So in this scenario, if you have to say at least three tips by which any career professional can negotiate the salary or appraisal, that would be
Hmm.
great.
So, Arnab, this particular thing depends a lot on the kind of the environment that you are working in. But to share some basics that you should do is, as a professional, okay, first you should know what are your targets on day one. So, as you begin the year, you should know what are your targets as an individual or as a team. The second thing you should do is, as the year progresses, start documenting all your achievements of your targets and anything additional that you are doing which is beyond your job description. Document everything. The biggest mistake I made as a professional was I was not documenting my successes. And when it was a time for appraisal, I had to accept what I got because I was not able to argue with evidence. Argument without evidence is useless. So you should
Right.
start documenting all your success stories and do not wait for the last day to convey your success stories. Because when you sit on the appraisal table, the number is already fixed and it is difficult to change. So you have to give your inputs not only to your manager but to the HR as well in advance. So whenever you get a success story, send an email to your boss and to the HR, depending on your organizational hierarchy. But share your success stories well in advance. Throughout the year, they should know what you are doing, and then you get the power to negotiate. If you go on the last day to fight the war, you cannot win the war.
This
Yeah,
is
Arnab,
this is extremely powerful, you know. We what we do, just because of our conditioning, what we do is we keep things within ourselves. We don't share our success stories, and this is a really bulb on moment, I would say, because most career professionals do this mistake, and in the end, means this is one of the biggest challenges they face most of the time. So, Purav, let's come to one very important part, that is, what is your bigger mission in life? What do you want means people to have, and what do you actually dream of? What is your dream life? Can you tell us about that?
I'll answer the first question first, right? What I want people to have is do not sacrifice your mental and physical health because of your career, right? Career is a subset of life, it is not the other way around. If you consider life as a big circle, I put four circles in the circle of life: the circle of family, the circle of spirituality, and a circle of health. The fourth circle is a circle of career. Keep it small. That is what I want people to understand. Because when you make it big, you are just increasing the challenges. You can get a bigger outcome by keeping the circle small. You cannot get a bigger outcome by making the circle big. If your career is dominating everything, then you are a slave. This life is your life. You are not a character. You are not the hero of your life because hero acts as per the director. The story is made by the director. So you decide whether you want to be a character or a director. My mission is to make you a director of your life. And that is extremely important to enjoy this one life that we all have. Don't let your career eat your life. Arnab, this is the mission. Arnab, my dream life is that at the Career Ownership Hub community, I should have 1 million professionals as a part of the community. Okay. If that happens, the other things are a byproduct. What are the other things? A hell lot of money that I will have is a byproduct of my community. A life of luxury is a byproduct if I have this community. A lifestyle that I want to give to my family is a byproduct of this community. So my dream is to build a strong community with all success stories. If you are with Career Ownership Hub, your success is a joint responsibility. And I'll not quit your life, even if you quit. So that is my mission, Arnab. And I'm going to make it happen.
Amazing, amazing. This is very true. Means the power. The power by which you said. I could feel that energy within you. That why you want that 1 million people to be in the career ownership hub, because when their life changes, it comes as a blessing to your life also, because you're changing their life, right? So they will all bless you in that way, and then your all the byproducts, as you said, that comes from the blessings of those people only. When you are able to create that impact, then as it says, that impact over income. So obviously it's better that we impact more and create more powerful strategies, and bring abundance into our life. So, can you tell us something about Career Ownership Hub, and what are your upcoming projects with it?
Yes, Arnab. Career Ownership Hub is it's based on a framework. Uh, it is a journey. It is not a course, and the journey revolves around mindset. I strongly believe that if we have a right mindset, everything else can be achieved. So the foundation of Career Ownership Hub, if we look at the foundation of any civil structure, the foundation is the strongest. And if the foundation is strong, then you can keep building n number of floors on the foundation. So we put mindset as the foundation, and on the mindset, okay, when you put the mindset, I want you to break your mental barriers, do away with the scarcity, go to abundance, start taking risks, and work on your habits. One of the biggest layer of this mindset foundation are your habits. Because if you don't change your habits, you cannot change your actions. If you don't change your actions, you cannot get results. So once you have this foundation clear, the next step is clarity. Clarity of your life, clarity about your priorities, clarity about your needs. And when you have the clarity, set a clear goal. When you have a clear goal, you can create an action plan. Setting a goal is just the beginning. Majority of the people stop at setting the goal. I have set my goal, now I have to work. No. Once you set the goal, create your clear action plan with milestones. And when you do this, there are some basics which you have to start working on. The basic skills like communication, networking, increasing your visibility, and public speaking. Health is at the center, family is at the center, spirituality is at the center. Set your goal, create action plan, take actions. As soon as you take actions, if you are taking the right actions, you get results. And we are programmed to sit when we get results. We get trapped into gratification. Chalo, aaj ka goal achieved. So the last and the most important module of Career Ownership Hub is to raise your bar. As soon as you start going closer to your goal, raise the goal. That will keep you inspired to take actions. So this is the basis of Career Ownership Hub, a clear framework and a guaranteed result if you take actions. Okay, that is how I work at the Career Ownership Hub. The big projects, I would not use the word big projects because the mission is big. The mission itself is so big, and there is a huge potential in terms of the market. It's only about the audience or the market realizing that they are in a problem, or they have more potential than what they are achieving at this moment. So, no big projects. I take people on journeys to get their results in 90 days. If they come with a clear goal, a realistic goal, then I make it achievable in 90 days. That's what I do for people.
That's really something very amazing, Purav. And I feel I have a request to you, Purav. Like, just like you want your community to grow, I want you to provide a free question answer session. Like, those who have watched the interview till the end and have really got some added value in their life. Okay. I just request you to have an additional question answer session. If anyone wants to join, or if anyone wants to means have any query, they can easily contact Purav through me. And then I feel that if on a specific date we can have a question answer session for those who are facing the challenges in their career. And means it would help them to take their next big step. It would help them to create their own abundance. And you being an experienced person in this field and creating more value and adding a lot of abundance in people's life, I feel that it is just a request, a humble request from my side. So just let me know that whether you'll be available for a question answer session on any specific date.
Definitely, Arnab. I mean, the end goal is to ensure that we add value, right? And if people have questions, then whatever I give the answer would be specific to their questions. And I would definitely try to ensure that they get value. So I would love to be part of, if we get the questions from the audience, whoever is listening, even if they want to come on board this podcast, we can have them in, right? So
Right.
you decide, Arnab. I mean, if you call me, I'm there, don't worry.
Great, great, great. So, guys, this is a big opportunity for all of you to share what problems you're facing and get solutions from Purav. I'll share only when you share with me that what problems you're facing. Only when I find that there are people who really want means changes in their life, then only I'll fix a date with Purav so that he can help all of you to get more clarity regarding your challenges. Well, Purav, how can people contact you?
I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn. I check LinkedIn like WhatsApp. So connect with me on LinkedIn and put your queries there. You will get a reply in maximum 3 hours.
Great, great, great. So I'll share all your links in the comment section of the in the first comment of Facebook in this means live show. Well, Purav, stay. Any parting message you want to give to our audience?
I would just like to tell that what I shared earlier also, be a creator of circumstances. Don't surrender to circumstances. If you keep reacting, then you will keep running. So stop reacting and start taking proactive actions. You are in the fastest growing economies of the world. Stop complaining. That's it. Arnab.
Amazing, Purav. Purav, thank you for giving so much value, so much time, so that our viewers can get additional value and also create impact, right? And you have already impacted them right from the correct mindset which a person needs, the skill set they need, how to build their personal brand. So all these means golden nuggets will be helpful for all our viewers, and I hope that means they would try to bring some changes, because only change can only happen when you start taking action. It will be uncomfortable in the beginning, but in the end it creates more impact in your life. So, well, Purav, you stay on board, I'll be coming in a moment. Okay. So, yeah. And thank you for giving so much of precious time.
Thank you so much, Arnab.
Yes, Purav. So that was another amazing episode of the Quantum Abundance Show. where Purav have given a lot of abundance insight to all of you. Now it is on you that what kind of change do you want to bring in your life. If you are struggling, this is the opportunity to bring that change. This is the opportunity to connect. So we, I'll be coming up with another amazing episode of the Quantum Abundance Show. And there's one announcement, that is, I'll be soon shifting the means show from the Quantum Abundance Show, which I do live on Facebook and on YouTube, to additional to LinkedIn. So it will be broadcasted in LinkedIn too, but from Facebook I'll be removing it. So it's an additional announcement for all of you. So those of you who want to connect with me on LinkedIn, I'll be sharing my link in the profile. So stay tuned and have a amazing week ahead. Thank you.